Alright, hello whoever's viewing this video. This is the Davis, Oang, Pollock, and Thomas group for the microcatheter pressure sensor. We are going to discuss today our mask design and our project and all that jazz, kind of where we're at in this whole senior project thing. I have no props, unfortunately, so you just kind of have to watch me read. And yeah, so we have our p-type nanoparticles, which we are very worried about being contaminated or oxidized. So to prevent that, Professor Ahn recommended that we divide them up into 4 bottles evenly to prevent those kinds of things from happening. And then we are going to pipette that onto our mask design, which will be maximized to have our characteristics and our pressure sensor design on it, so that we can just save time and materials on the mask. We will then back our Kapton with glass or silicone to keep it rigid, and deposit a layer of photoresist onto the Kapton. This will serve as a mask for the oxygen RIE, which will make our desired areas hydrophilic, and the DDI water that we will be dropping, pipetting on there, will stick, and then we can let it evaporate and our nanoparticles will hopefully be left behind. What we don't know is how thick this remnant layer of nanoparticles will be. We will test that out by using the ellipsometer, which is an optical technique that investigates really thin films by analyzing the polarization of light that's reflected. Also, to help provide a uniform film, I should have mentioned this before I mentioned the ellipsometry, but we are going to use rapid thermal annealing, which will apply heat very quickly to the substrate and hopefully make a uniform layer of nanoparticles. We don't know how this is going to work because Kapton has a very low melting TG temperature that could end up with a big mess, but our aim is to not have a big mess. You guys don't need to know about that. The mask design also have a wire layout and test pads on it. Then we'll use that to do our tests, which is this right here. Give you a minute to look at that. Alright, we'll be using lots of Ohm's law and document our results, the number of deposits with the pipette that we need for the desired thickness, sheet resistance, and current and voltage characteristics. The reason we are not fabricating yet is because our TA is currently visiting her family in China and won't be back until later this March. So, and Ahn doesn't want us doing anything with his money until then.